Alright, we're good now. Oh, I hope that won't do that. Okay, we're good. Alright. January 7th, 12:52 p.m. Wright and Co. Law Offices. Law Offices. In English. So how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? Got a bit crazy in there. Just wonder if that killed our chances. 0.1 second. Technically yes, but I spilled water on myself, so I needed to get rid of that. So that was fun. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Get out of here. Why is that the first thing you say, Cat? Why is that the first thing you say? I was asleep, I'm gonna go back. I could be back later, maybe. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see, just that. What? Oh, I love when the thing does not... Whatever. Alright. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw, the apron straps and the ribbon. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradiction. I guess. I didn't like Kudo. Man on card vibes. Well, hey, at least Mr. Kudo, Victor Kudo, respects women. Man on guard does not respect women. There's a very big difference between the two. But it makes sense if you don't like him. He definitely is a stubborn old man. I won't deny that. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah, we gotta find one for Maggie or she's going to have a terminal case of guilty. Oh, okay. Let's go off to Criminal Affairs Department. Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Looks like Gumshoe's not here. Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow. You think? Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Call in the officers for the briefing, quick! Can't you shut down the station server? Chief, quit playing on the internet! But my email, pen pal, save it for later, I'm turning it off now! No! Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh? Keeping busy, more like panicking if you ask me. Something's going on. Something big. Let's see what he's saying. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Even pickpockets can have their pockets picked. That's a keeper. Better go with something that doesn't sound too much like a slogan. He must be coming up with slogans for a crime prevention campaign. But I'm not sure even he knows what kind of crime he's trying to prevent. Okay, I guess we'll ask the chief. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He looks lost now that the power to his computer has been cut. Can't hustle a hustler. I don't know. I get almost anything's possible. So who knows? Oh well, I guess I'll just have to write her a real letter instead of an email. Alternatively, you could write up some reports. Just a suggestion. How are you? I'm okay. How was the show last night? Well, what an awesome job. Maybe I should send in my resume and become chief. I guess we'll deal with the stuff there later. I guess detention center. Detention center visitor's room. I guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we got questions to ask her too. Maggie. Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. Okay, I guess we'll go to Très Bien. First two places we go when we can't do anything. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. I know, that's it. Come on. Hey, that sounds like... Oh. Hey, that's it. Come on. I was like, I don't know which one that would be. No, just call it 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. Hey, I'm back at one of us. Friend made you uncomfortable. I really... Trick was at the place to vent. Well, thank you for apologizing. It wasn't a bad discussion, but yeah, it went a little bit out of hand. That's all. That's why I just said that it was enough. That's all. So, obviously you learned from it and we move on. Oh boy. Is that how you want it said? Très bien? But it's like très bien. Like, très bien. Like, great? Good? I forget what he said. He's getting really worked up about something, I think. Yeah. I don't know how to say. Yeah, say it. Yeah, it's très bien. Like, très bien. I think like hooray, something like that. But yeah, très bien is... I only know how to say it just because it's a common word. Bien means good. I forget what très bien means. Like fantastic? I think très bien. French. Très... I can spell. Yeah, bien means good. Très bien hits gumshoe with a tray. Oh boy. Wait, did it work this time? Okay, is the chat working properly for once? T-R-E-S. T-R-E-S. Bien. Yeah, very good. Very good. So, it's literally just, the restaurant literally means very good, very good. Alright, now we can do this. No, that's the wrong number. Looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a rip-off. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is, and he's having the twin tea set. May you live. Okay, we're not doing that now. Oh boy, no, we're not doing that discussion right now. What could I say? Today's trial. This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, Poe? You really drove her into a corner, you know? You always blow apart my testimony. Why of all days didn't you do it today? The chick is lower than the judge. Yeah, probably. It is probably really bad. Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it. For once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? Would he have preferred crumbling like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So, did Maggie say anything to you about me, I mean? Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't want to ever see him again. I love Gumshoe's music. Yeah, he has good music. I think the whole game has good music, because you can definitely tell when something's taking place. Something like that. Whoa. Whoa!
Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean...
Why? Why is this happening?
He's banging his head against the wall, Nick.
Oh man, poor Gumshoe. He came back. Lunch special. So, did you like the twin tea set? Never paid that much money for lunch before. Say music name in a lighter case. Yeah, it's music related. As long as it's not the actual case, it's fine. So it's not spoiler territory. Just saying like, oh, the name of this song from the Phoenix Wright, from one of the Phoenix Wright games is fine. That's not an issue. I was so nervous my hands were shaking.
So, how did it taste?
Well, for 20 bucks, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. Really, it was delicate. Wait till you hear suck. Hazakuran Temple. Goodness. It's really good. I think I've heard it before. It's just been a long time. Yeah, I think that's the final case. If I remember correctly.
Delicate?
You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? Yep. Okay, so it is working. It's just, I apparently just get... Okay, that's good to know that it all works.
What's the matter with him?
Looks like he's thinking. That's it! I've been trying to think of the right words to describe the taste. And I just realized, it's bad, that's it. It tasted bad. It's just kinda hard to admit it to yourself when you paid 20 bucks for it, you know? I don't blame you, that just sounds like a lot. Maybe he should have found out about the price after he had finished eating.
Hey Nick, maybe that's why Glenn Eagle came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set.
If by fierce you mean fearsome, speaking of Glenn Leg, that reminds me. I still hardly know anything about the guy.
Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here?
The radio.
So what were you all excited about earlier?
Huh? That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something. Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you could tell little old me. What were you listening to?
It's a snowy vibe. Yeah, I definitely like the interesting take that the series can have on like the Christmassy holiday vibes. But it doesn't have to be technically Christmassy, just a nice snow. Because you have to be creative to make it not sound like holiday-esque when it comes to like snow and ice. It just sounds really nice. Nothing really, it was just the daily exercise show. Gumshoe. What the Cyclops? This lunch special lobster sure is great.
Then why are the tears in Then why are there tears in your eyes?
Well, what do I have? Could I take off the Cyclops immediately? I guess we could see. It might be not right away, but who knows? Bum. The radio. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all that noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... How about this? I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big, just like Glenn Leg did.
It's like you can see right through me.
Huh? I cracked him already?
See, pal? That's what I said, it was nothing.
Okay, I did get it. I was like, I think it's just the ticket. The radio.
I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try.
What's with everyone in the lottery?
So, how did it go?
I won 50 cents. It's better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Legacy, and they got the special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on air. It's intense, pal.
I bet that's what Mr. Leg was listening to on the day he was killed.
Yeah, what time is it now?
It's just after 1:30.
And are the lottery results always broadcasted at the same time?
Yeah, look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket.
Millionaire Radio Flyer. Experience the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30 p.m.
Millionaire Radio? That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick.
Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Okay, let's switch over. Ask about our victim.
This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place he worked.
What happens when he crashes, though? Did he just stop moving all of a sudden?
Ugh. He wasn't literally a computer, Maya.
Anyway, there was nothing between Maggie and the victim.
Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun?
What is your definition of fun in this instance, Maya?
Fun? Oh, I know. So you paid a visit to where Mr. Leg worked yet? You might as well.
His workplace? Where's that?
A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc. Or it's something like that.
Sounds like a real stable company. This should be fun, Nick. Let's go.
Computers aren't really my thing, Maya.
We'll be fine. I know all about the high-tech stuff.
I wonder about that.
It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look.
Computer firm called Blue Screens Inc., huh? Alright, I just want to examine around the area. Everything looks the same. Let's see if anything in the kitchen's changed.
Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. I'll be back next month. Oui, naturellement, I will be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. Come on, I will have everything ready, I promise. I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. Hee hee hee. No, stop it, I beg you. Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you. Miss, no, it's not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. Talk to anyone, and I'll drive a knife right through your heart.
That is super cool. Okay. Yes, Jigglypuff is an interesting Pokemon. Very random thing to welcome in, but hello.
Oh no, you do not have to worry. You worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It's the oil of sandalwood.
Okay.
I do love raw meat from time to time. Hee hee hee. I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now.
See ya later.
I have less shivers. I must rub some of my oil over my body before I become this nervous wreck. There, oh, oui, this feels...
Okay.
Oh la la, excusez-moi, monsieur.
My eyes.
Your eyes? If you have trouble with your eyes, you'll need this, the oil of sandalwood.
Isn't that just the leftovers of what you were just using? Très bien. You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong?
No, you are right, monsieur, but perhaps this is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? This way I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme.
Putting on a brave face, huh?
That's what girls do, Nick. But you are right, business is very difficult these days. Perhaps his name is the problem. People do not understand it. They think it is Trey.
Well, Cat, you really did just make a weird connection. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
I just wanted people to think that my restaurant was exclusive.
But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays?
Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry.
Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya?
So he
is more in tune with his feminine side. Leave him alone. Leave him alone, Phoenix.
But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it till the final. No one will take it from me.
Woman just now. So who was that woman you were just talking to?
Oh la la, you saw it.
Well, yes, sorry.
So, who was she? She looks so polite and graceful. Polite? Graceful? And she likes raw meat and fires, right?
She's so nice and graceful. Oh, boy. Now that I think about it, hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. Yeah, he's more in tune with that type of labeling, if that's what Armstrong would want, but probably. It's like, let him be who he wants to be. The only thing I have a problem with is that this is a fire hazard. This is a fire hazard right here.
You think so? Well, let's show him that piece of evidence, see what happens.
What piece of evidence? What piece of evidence? You didn't tell me the piece of evidence. What is the piece of evidence? What piece of evidence do you want me to show him? Let me read that line again. And blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Okay. Blah blah blah. Said that one day. Said that Prince will rise and change the world order. Never heard that one. But that's definitely, I skipped through that. I don't know what piece of evidence that would. I love that I clicked through everything. Let me. Gosh, I looked over and got distracted. Okay. Well, I'm gonna drink some tea while I wait. Okay, I think it's clear what kind of conversation they were having. You think so? Well, then let's show them that piece of evidence and see what happens. Okay, so we don't have... this?
So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with broken wings.
Oh, what the... I'm stuck. Ah! Why am I stuck? I hate when that happens. That's annoying. Alright.
An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it.
Do 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 do.
Bum bum ba da 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 da. Ba dum ba dum ba dum bum.
Alright, there, that's fixed. The sleeping chicken. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Oh, they kept harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in and I agreed to help them. help them with what?
Bien sûr. If I did not owe them that money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied.
Please, what did you agree to help them with?
No, I cannot say.
Hello, I am doing good. We got through the first trial, and we're doing investigation part 2, and then maybe the trial, depending on how long investigation 2 takes.
If I tell you, this woman will slice me up and eat me with the salad garnish.
Ew, I hope she doesn't mean that he'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right?
Oh,
sorry, I hope that didn't crack.
Oh,
Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman.
That woman. The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's,
why has it come to this? What a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in the debt. It's the sign of the bad world we live in, no?
No, I'd say it's more of a sign of the bad culinary skills. And bad business management.
This woman who was here, she's a scary woman. She is from the loan office.
Loan office? Is that where you borrow $500,000 from? You borrowed $500,000 from?
Oui, tender lender it's called.
Catchy name, just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money.
Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10.
$10 sound like a whole monthly stipend, Maya.
Just waiting for the honk.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone's waiting for, is the Honkai update. Interesting. I will say, I'm curious, obviously. I'll see what I end up deciding who I want to pick from the characters. I don't know which one I want.
Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much.
So Tender Lender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh?
I wonder if they got anything to do with this case.
Tender Lender.
I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me that money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I am like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me.
Who's this he?
The tiger.
The tiger?
Oui, he is the manager of the Tender Lender, frightening man, the big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of his battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry.
A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter. Does this guy resemble me by any chance?
Oh, no, this man, he presents a most formidable personality. Although, wait, he does have less spiky hair just like you. Wait, it is a resemblance here, I suppose.
Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all.
If you want to visit the Tender Lender, it's just beyond Vitamin Square.
I will skip both. Hey, that's your choice. I don't mind having another character. I almost got all my characters, the new characters I have, almost up to speed. I just have to do, something, I can't remember specifically what right now. I have to do a lot of the cards. And boost Mr. Braddock. Okay.
Hey, Nick. If you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3.
Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Okay, we got 2 new places to go. 2 new places. Alright.
Well, I'm gonna head back. Well, excuse me. Well, I'm gonna head back to this precinct now. We got a big meeting starting in a bit.
About Maggie's case, you mean?
No, that's pretty much wrapped up by now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside.
Okay, well, see you later then.
Bye!
Yeah. Hey, you get a new character, nothing wrong with that. I need to go through Lynx's, story mission because I only have one quantum character. I need another quantum character. They always have names like that. Yeah. Well, his name's Tiger. I forget what his first name is. You're gonna go, Gumshoe? You better get going, detective, or you'll be late.
Actually, I kinda got a favor to ask. It's a big one.
Favor?
Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kinda hoping you'd give this to her for me.
What is it?
It's a lunchbox. I got it up early so I could make it. I've been really worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight.
Detective Gumshoe? How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on Earth who could down this much meat.
Hey, I'm assuming she likes this type of meal set. It's frickin' just rice and sausage.
You think I love... I love sausage. Just can't get enough of their tender juiciness.
First name's probably... I forget what his first name is. Hello.
Will you give it to her? It took me ages to make... So please, say you will, pal.
Can't exactly say no. Can I? Nothing too much. We talked with Armstrong, the owner of the restaurant, and got Tenderlender, the loan shark place that he owes $500,000 to, and made it, and he has to listen to whatever they say. And then the place where the victim worked. And then Gumshoe asked us to deliver our lunchbox to Maggie. Gumshoe's lunchbox, a tenderly handmade lunchbox, fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies.
Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry.
Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie.
He's finally gone. I just feel bad for Gumshoe. Okay, so she's not back. Let's go back to Trabian. Move to Blue Screens Inc.
Wow, this place is so high-tech. You can almost smell the electricity in the air.
It's a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know? Who are you?
Oh, hello.
I'm sorry, access is restricted to authorized personnel only.
This is a computer program laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets?
Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building.
Understood.
Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show. Looking for, like, what do you need for the next part of the case? Technically, you just have to figure out... You have to figure out who the waitress is, since, another saying, I guess. But, pretty much the goal is that, Kudo, the old man, didn't look at the face of the waitress, so we don't know who the waitress is. So trying to figure out that, why the victim wore a earpiece. Where's my thing? Why did he wear an earpiece like this in the eardrum that he had ruptured so we couldn't hear out of? And why did Kudo see Glenn Legg sip out a coffee with the other hand when we have a coffee cup that shows that he had it with his right hand?
My name is Lisa Basil. I am the company director.
Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. I wonder what that's a reference to. It couldn't possibly be a very synonymous anime. Could it possibly? Could it possibly be? Real subtle. Yeah, really subtle. Really, really subtle. Like, I don't know, that, it's just too funny for its own good sometimes. We love the funniness of things sometimes. Okay. And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glen Eagle? Legs?
That's a DMH, right?
Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD.
All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs. Then do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. They are pretty cool, I wouldn't mind one.
Do you love her high-tech suit that literally flashes? Blue Screens Inc. So what exactly is this firm's business?
I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management.
Doesn't matter. They analyze stuff. You got that much, right? What Phoenix's power level is? Probably over 9,000 when he's in corp.
The software we produce is distributed on CDs. CDs?
Yes, compact disc, digital optimal storage media. Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music. It's a small firm, but all my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now?
I'm researching the impact of time slicing common areas and logical access shared various common variables. Obviously, program structure heavily with the response time and performance, so the codependence of global variables and memory overheads is vitally important to the success of the execution.
Goodness. Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that?
Yeah.
Your blank smile just says otherwise, Maya. What happened? You know what happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know, it's terrible.
Can you tell us anything that might be helpful?
I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier, too. But I couldn't tell him anything either, because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screens Inc.
Oh.
How about Mr. Glenn's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. It's this one right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you're welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. Can I ask about this?
Would you mind taking a look at this?
I'm sorry, that data is super admin restricted desktop access password protected.
Super admin restricted desktop access password protected? What? This is madness.
No, Maya, that is Sparta? She won't tell us unless we use the right code word.
A code word? Sesame. If it's not Sesame, then it must be her mother's maiden name. That's how it always is.
There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. I guess she just doesn't want to talk about this.
Maybe we should focus on asking about Glenn Legg. What do you say?
What about the ticket? No? Okay. I thought I'd check. Because it's related to him. Alright. Whatever, it's fine. Alright. Examine.
Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess.
Looks pretty average to me.
But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this.
You think? Real whiz kids can work under any conditions, you know? And also, some people just work well in a mess. Just depends on the person. She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then.
Hey, this calendar.
What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you could forget it.
Someone marked December 3rd in red pen.
December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Leg was murdered. Is there anything else?
Yeah, it says meet with the tiger.
The tiger? Glenn's calendar on December 3rd, the day of the incident, there is a note saying meet with the tiger. Is that all I can interact?
Wow, look at this mess.
Looks like they're all betting tickets.
What kind of betting tickets?
For betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets.
Oh wow, his drawers are stuffed full of these.
Looks like they're all losing tickets, though. Glenn's losing horse race tickets gathered up. Horse racing betting tickets found in Glenn Leg's desk. There's over 500 of them.
This many tickets would get you what? A buck down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you try to profit from the dead, Nick.
Just taking them as evidence, Maya. Well, apparently he slept here.
Hey, look, Nick, it's a supercomputer.
Who could that be? Yeah, I wonder, who could the tiger be? Yeah, Armstrong talked about a tiger. Who knows?
It looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it?
Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya.
That explains why we don't use the computer in our office.
You work there too, Maya.
Yeah, but at least I'm...
Please don't argue about something so trivial. Otherwise the computer will laugh at you.
She said she'd laugh at us, Nick.
She's a human, Maya, not a computer. Alright, let's see if she has anything to say about these. No? Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, what about this? Will she say anything about this? No? It's related to Glenn! Am I stuck again? Ow! Ah! Oh, there we go. Okay, it's fixed. Goodness, I was like, please don't get stuck again. Alright. Was this game made today based would have been named Alexa? Yeah, probably. Or something close to that. It would make sense. There's nothing really else there, so we're gonna go to Tender Lender after we go to Vitamin Square. Oh, look. A familiar scooter.
I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you?
Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least, not for now. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix.
Hey, check this out.
I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you. Otherwise, you might be in for a shock. My phony might be lurking somewhere nearby. Someplace nearby. Just imagine a tiger loose in the city.
Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick lost in a vast urban jungle.
Huh?
Don't worry, someday he'll grow and become a ferocious tiger too. Don't lose hope.
Why is she trying to prep talk me into becoming my phony? So he's nearby. I don't know where, but he's somewhere. Alright, go to Tender Lender. Oh yeah, this looks completely trustworthy. Completely trustworthy.
This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it?
You don't say. What could it possibly be? Could it be win through compromise? Up here? Could it be the punching bag? Could it be the randomly very bright pink fur coat? Next to a fake lawyer outfit? Or the ashtray on the floor? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. Phoenix suit is in the background. Yep. And that is, as they say, a very good thing.
Welcome.
Gulp. Talk about a creepy voice. It makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. Hello, you.
You're here to discuss alone?
No, not exactly.
The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please.
Okay, thank you.
She's gone. She's gone, just like that.
Guess we'll just have to come back another time. Is she okay? Kind of? You'll find out why she has bandages on her head. It's not an accessory. She got injured at one point.
But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around, okay?
Do you think it'd be okay?
Of course. No one will ever know. Coffee? I'll leave it here for you to enjoy, quietly.
Yes, thank you.
Do not touch the desk, please.
Oh yeah, and the shiny desk is also not ominous, because it also is shiny.
Nick, let's get out of here.
Now she wants to get out of here.
Hey, look at this Parisian-style coat. It's so chic.
Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion.
Hey, look at this.
Just stepped in the tiger's cage. Yeah, something like that.
The suit is the same color as what is the one you wear, Nick.
The same color as my suit?
Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you've got to take a look at this. Some cake? I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks.
I only stream on YouTube. Only.
I'll just wait here quietly. Otherwise. Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said.
Yeah, sure.
I have my eye on you. Only so I can take care of you. Understand?
Yeah.
I'm scared, Nick.
So? What were you getting so excited about before?
Look, on the label of the suit. Lapel of the suit.
That's an attorney's badge.
Is the tiger a lawyer?
No way, look at this thing. It's made of paper. Paper badge found at Tender Lender, made of cardboard and painted to look authentic. I can't believe no one looked at this and gave it a second chance.
For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick.
Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one?
Oh no, someone dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's going to be a nightmare to clean up.
Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything.
I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain.
Is there finally a use for the badge? Yeah. I think in this one... Well, one of the cases I know you use it to discharge grips. Yep. Probably with freaking high-class glue. But yeah, I don't know if the badge is used in this case, but I know the badge is used in this game, I'm pretty sure.
It's one of those super antiques when you have to burn a ton of charcoal.
How did she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy?
Oh hey, there's a book of matches here too.
Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second.
What is it?
Look what's printed on its cover. It says Très bien. Très bien matches added to the court record. Matches used for advertising. Found lying in tender letter. These matches could come in handy. We might be able to use them. I wonder if he generally uses the hair. Just like Phoenix, or is it just for costume? No, that's how his hair naturally is. Like, I guess I can show the profiles. Where I thought the phony was in here. Oh.
Yeah, the pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out.
Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss.
Let's see. This round doll thing is called a Jurama, I think. Figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured, in case you're wondering.
You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change?
I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always write himself.
What the frick does that mean?
Go on, Nip, give him a good shove.
Only if I feel like dying.
Now this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king. Not that I'm an expert or anything, I'm more of a reverse C person, you know?
Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Producing electricity, that's why. Probably.
Hey, there's a piece of paper sticking out from under here.
What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? $15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane.
The car's registered to the Cadaverinis?
Huh? So it's not even the Tiger's car? Why would someone else repair bill be in the Tiger's office? Repair bill added to the court record. Can't believe that two people separately got to the same wacky hairstyle. I don't know. It's the world of East Attorney. Anything can happen. Badoop. There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud, it's a wonder you can hear it.
The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the Tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee?
Ah! In fact, it's right. Tell us for a year. Maybe. That's the craziest thing that has happened. I guess. Yes, thanks. It was lovely.
So, you drank it? Oh? He.
Gulp.
If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup.
That coffee, it was laced with something. I'm almost sure of it.
Nick, my stomach is killing me. Oh, wait, maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast.
I sure hope so. We better take a look at the CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the?
What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw of the Tiger?
Luckily he did not. He didn't drink the coffee. It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber.
What?
This must be the CD Maggie told us about.
Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal.
No way. That woman'll make us drink more coffee if you do. Found a tender lender, a sample disc with the name written in marker. I'm so scary because as you can see, he's still going. Come out from under the desk, Maya.
What's are yous two snooping around in my office for?
Nothing, we're just...
My precious carpet, yous got ash on my rug. You're gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door.
Wasn't us, it was already like that.
Yous wanna argue with me? Is that what you were doing? You think you can take me on? I'm gonna flatten you two into pancakes and turn you into my new rugs.
Huh? Oh. Dawn Tiger, you're back.
That voice, it's like evil seeping into your head through your ears.
I'm sorry, Dawn Tiger. I knocked over that ashtray earlier and...
Eek. She got a death wish or what?
Oh, right.
Huh?
Forget about it, Violetta. It's not an...
What?
I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear?
He's just named the tiger.
Yeah.
That's so unfair.
Here, have some cookies. Just bake them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan.
But yeah, the girl was actually a nice person? We'll say it like that. But yeah, he's called the Tiger, but yeah, his name is Don Tigre. But he's nicknamed the Tiger.
Right, Phoenix Wright.
Yes?
You's either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you's come and messing up my plan.
So it was him. He's my phony.
But I don't care. No one gets in my way.
What? I mean, excuse me?
You should have left a little girl at home, right?
I have a few things I want to ask. We just got the girl supposed to be like an opposite to Maya. Kind of. Kind of? A little bit. It's definitely supposed to be that way and to be like a symbol. But yeah, you'll know more as we go through.
No question. This is the last time we meet. This is the last time we meet.
Ugh, wait, please.
That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him.
Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream. Hold it, either.
The espresso. Ah! And cookies.
This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Probably not. Now, what was the tiger called her? Violetta? Hi, Violetta. Tender Lender. So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender.
With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business, a conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy.
Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well?
We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tender Lender. Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan?
Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much.
Tender Lender is on your side. He.
So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then?
We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee.
Right. I think I'd rather skip town.
Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well.
Yeah. Yeah, the tiger's supposed to be evil Phoenix, but because mine's are good. No, mine is not evil. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating?
What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here, that incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager.
The manager being the tiger? Oh, I guess it's Fiaro Tigre.
Fiaro Tigre. Fiaro?
Tigre? So that's where the tiger thing comes from?
Zinzov's got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him.
She just knows he's trying to get Nick to kill him for a long shirt. Yep. Present Bleep. Go to this. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre? Tigre?
Cookie? Sure? How do you like my cookies? Bake them myself. Hee hee hee. Go ahead, Nick. The honor's all yours.
No, ladies first, Maya.
Hee hee hee.
No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. Even she has all the right to be like that. Okay then. What are the tiger and the scary girl doing working together?
We are lovers.
That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice.
And I owe Don Tiger my life. He's the one who saved me.
The tiger saved you?
Please address him properly as Don Tiger, otherwise I'll have to
be evil. They're allowed to be evil, I just wouldn't say that Maya is technically evil in the definition. Okay, Don Tiger, of course I'm sorry. Saved her life. I'd sure like to know how that happened. How old is he? He's 42. And we don't know her age. I forget how old she is. Saved your life?
I'm very frail, you see. Just recently I died once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope.
I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx.
But Don Tiger, he saved me. He gave up everything.
Everything?
When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back my life by serving him coffee in the espresso.
What does that mean? I still wonder about what's in our coffee. So, is that why you've got that bandage around your head?
This?
The head bandage. So what's the story with the bandage?
They put it on after the operation.
Operation?
It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. A fatal injury?
Maya just suffered one herself, but by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once? Oh, for joy.
Arg, she really creeps me out, Nick.
Same here, but we've got to find out the truth. I don't think I have enough to deal with that. If the lovers, I just hope it's not creepy as Jabber, Viola being under 18. Well, how do I say this in a simple way without spoiling? Technically, they are not in a relationship. Technically. She thinks they are. Fiaro Tigre does not think that way. How about that? That's the simplest way I can explain it without spoiling. Because I don't think I have enough. Got it, little things. Just to say it in, like I said, not spoiling, but that's the way to say it simply. You'll find out more as we go through.
There he is! Old Cedy's back, feeding the pigeons again.
We're getting out of the psych ward with this one. Yeah. There, take this and get out of my park. Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya. Just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can.
What? Why? Hello, old man.
What are you doing, Maya? Huh? Ka.
Hey, he just turned his back on us.
I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning.
Hey, Mr. Kudo.
Pigeon. Ka.
Look, we really need to talk to you, alright?
Out with the demons. In with good fortune.
Ow, see? Shell splinters. Painful.
I always knew you were a demon, Maya. Wow, Phoenix. Today's trial. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today.
God, everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the servant girl's backside that he can't remember her face. A filthy, deprived animal.
Not at all.
Are you listening, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some white powder into the young lad's javashino.
Nick is aware of my... No, I just think that they are friends that like to pick on each other.
We hear you.
And another thing, that young layabout was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles.
We're really sorry.
We love her for that. Yeah, Hey, she wouldn't be Maya without annoying Nick to heck him back.
So I made a little mistake about the vase, so what? I know what I saw. I tell you.
Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo.
Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky hair brat. Take this.
Embroiderer.
You said you were a craftsman, right?
God, the modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one.
Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself.
I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection!
Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young?
I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all.
I got a tsunami of frustration inside and is ready to burst out.
If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do? Suck it up. Guess I better let him talk. So, there's not much call for craftsmen these days, then.
Of course not, you idiot. I'm all good for nowadays is running errands.
Errands?
Everyone's taking advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of 2-bit community handyman?
Well...
Buy some bread, now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say that what they need get lost? That's what they're trying to say. Oh, yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, and that restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I?
I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute, what did he just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up, by restaurant, are you talking about Trabia? Did you get asked to run an errand there too?
Yes, I did, the very day that young brat was poisoned.
What? Game. In the prequel game, Nick's ancestor meets one of Mr. Kudo's ancestors. I don't know. I don't know if he meets one of Kudo's ancestors. It'd be interesting. There is a lot of ancestors in the game. So anything's possible. The errand. So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do?
Glad you asked, boy, because I tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast, I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me.
Excuse me, Ma, you call the police.
Call them yourself, I should have said that, but I didn't think of it at the time.
So did you end up calling the police?
Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze.
Did you call them on your cell phone?
God, do I look like I have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out to look for a payphone, of course.
You went looking for one?
I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so.
Gumshoe ancestor? I don't know if there's a gumshoe ancestor. That is a good question. Ace attorney. I don't know if we've seen... It's not impossible, but I don't know. I need to see if if being a mess runs in the family or if it's just like that. I don't know. Ally. She was answered scum sandal. Is that, like, are you making a joke or is that an actual thing? Chief. Thorn. Blue Badger. Winston Payne. Karma. Ein. Bruce. Francisca. Godot. Justice Courtney. Sebastian DeSig. Clavier Gavin. A joke? Okay, I'm like, regardless, it would be so funny if they were called like that. I was like, I would believe if he had a name like that, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, no, it doesn't look like he has an ancestor, at least at this time. So maybe in the future, we'll get to either get, maybe he has a child or an ancestor, something like that.
5 minutes?
So for 5 minutes after the incident happened.
Yes, sirree. The owner was at the Tribune on his own.
Why didn't you mention this in court this morning?
Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance, but you all bullied me out of the courtroom.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say.
It is a grown man once.
Maybe. Oh yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame.
You could have at least told us before we go up to court.
Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police?
Yeah, because 5 minutes is a lot of time to change things. What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that man alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose.
What do you mean?
Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant.
Oh, sure, you go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead.
We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. Okay.
Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again.
But the place is open for business. Can't have an open restaurant without a chef.
Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me.
And only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone.
Missing when we need to talk to him the most.
Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose?
Maybe.
Alright, let's go see Maggie. We haven't gotten to see her today. Maybe she's back from questioning? Yes, she's back.
Oh, Mr. Wright.
Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you?
Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened.
Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there.
Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man.
Well, he was all over the place with his testimony.
He's not the only one.
Huh? What do you mean?
Everyone else's testimonies didn't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway.
Is it possible she's the one who misremembering things? Contradictions.
Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember?
Yep, there was just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him.
But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder in the coffee cup?
So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it?
Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the handwriting on it?
Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right?
It was MC Bomber, Maya. The name was scrawled on the sports paper as well.
They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir.
Or the victim's medication, that's gone missing too.
Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me.
After the incident.
You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn Legg, collapsed, right?
Yes, it was so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir.
So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Tribune. Did I overdosed? Did I say the MC Hammer?
Yeah, probably.
Oh. It might be that way, because it is literally just... because that's what this is, but yeah, it's probably a joke on MC Hammer. And no, they did not... They did not overdose.
No idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright?
The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture.
Chased out of the picture? What do you mean?
Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police.
Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time.
No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you?
When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all.
It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier.
I don't know, that the things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir.
Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out.
Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD.
Present, turn.
I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now.
They used the tip of the ear cream and dose coffee. Ew, that's so gross.
Feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man.
He's not really that bad of an old man, though.
Still, I feel a bit uneasy.
Huh? I thought you just said you felt better, much better.
Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you gotta tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony.
Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it.
Oh, also, before I forget, because I will, where is it? Did I pass it? Oh, nope, there it is. There you go. Oh yeah, I've got something you're going to love.
Really? What is it?
A lunchbox, just for you. Here.
Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies, too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright?
No, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you?
Detective Gumshoe?
He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this, too.
I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir.
Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that.
The rules are the rules. They lock you up if you break them.
Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier.
And anyway, I hate weenies.
Oh, really?
It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright.
But...
She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste.
But... I guess so.
Gumshoe's lunch, eaten with Maya.
Well, how was it?
Put in the work, Maya. Gumshoe needs a wingman. Well, how are we going to try to convince her when Gumshoe, in her eyes, is considered a villain? It's a whole thing. That hit the spot. I love Wheaties.
Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir.
There's another thing. There's something. This?
Oh, holy smokes, that's him.
Huh?
That's your phony, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan.
For the record, I'm not sunburned like an over-dried tomato, so I don't know how. She plans with him. No. What do you mean? It's not over. Their relationship gets paired up. They're not dating, but these two become friends again.
He told me he'd been on a business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan.
Except for once, sadly. Yeah. It's always when he doesn't want it to work out quite right. I'm not hearing this. Okay, let's do Victor's testimony. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you?
Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table...
Well, she knows Phoenix, so she's not going to insult the haircut.
It's true there was another customer in the restaurant.
Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo.
But I can't really say. It was an old man.
Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man?
No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman.
A woman?
Are you sure, Maggie?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so.
So, what did this woman look like?
She was sort of creepy, and she had a kind of cackling laugh.
Creepy.
Cackling?
Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? Because you have.
I know I used to be on the police force, sir, but I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. All I can tell you about now is info about ex-cons or the clientele of Très Bien, sir.
Aw, don't let it get you down, Maggie.
That's the victim, isn't it?
That day was the first time you'd ever seen this man, right?
Yes, I'd never met or seen him before then. I just happened to be the waitress who served him his coffee, sir, that's all.
It seems he was a computer programmer.
Really? I'm useless with computers, completely hopeless. I don't know any computer programs.
Did she mean programmers? I don't know if I have anything else to ask her. Maybe this? Alright, that's fine. This one. No, I guess we'll do these. Okay, fine, we'll do this. Oh, you're not gonna look at it? Whatever. Alright, well... I guess we'll go back to the precinct, because maybe we can get that, stuff that we gave, Gumshoe before the trial and still haven't gotten back because it was in analysis.
The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck is the press conference set up here?
Too.
I already told you stop using your computer, Chief.
But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas.
It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch.
No, just when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend.
What is... Amendments with his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Why?
Wow, this place is really buzzing.
Something must be going down. Something really big.
Huh? What are you doing here, pal?
Detective Gumshoe.
Can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay.
Huh?
We got big problems here today.
Why? What's going on?
It's a virus, a virus!
Virus?
There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system.
But I really need to ask you some questions. Tenderlander.
Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up.
Yes?
No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear?
Okay.
If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there.
I wonder if Gumshoe has experience with this. We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information.
Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tender lender's considered to be even fishier than an average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed calling in all their debts.
I actually believe Gumshoe.
Yeah.
He's completely right. That's the thing. You don't trust that company.
Really?
Don't go poking around your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady.
Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady.
Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick?
You better find out what that story is with this lady. Computer viruses.
So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh no.
What?
Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal?
And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable. Well, if he is not part of the IT department, I don't know what you want from Gumshoe.
What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is?
Well, Nick, do you?
Computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course.
Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick.
Yeah, and I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool, don't you agree, Dr. Wright?
Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine, I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. What's a virus? A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage.
Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode?
Just comes you like that for once. It's not his job to know about that. That's what I said. I'm like, what do you mean he's not part of the IT department? That's the IT department of the police department to know what's going on. He's on the field. He should know basic computer stuff, but viruses are not what he should be dealing with. Maybe reporting them to the IT company, like the IT department of the police department, would make sense, but otherwise, you know. No, the damage is, well, it's all internal.
So the inside goes boom, right?
Imagine all the case data you got stored on your PC here in the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about.
Whoa, that's scary.
Yeah, it's very terrifying. Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious.
Infectious?
Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Just like a real virus, huh?
But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that?
It's just like me. Yeah, a lot of people can relate. And look, the setting is early 2000s, so computer knowledge is still pretty rare in the general public. It is true. That is true.
Yeah, and it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal?
No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the viruses to someone else's.
What? That's horrible.
Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold.
Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he's too sick. Really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong.
He didn't do anything. Who, what, where, when, and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage.
And all the different viruses have names, right? Kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we've caught somewhere before.
The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before, too.
Okay,
Do you have anything to say to this? What do you think about this, Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, pal. I can't discuss anything connected to the case.
Hey, I thought you said you were going to help us out.
I can't help you out if I don't have any info.
Yeah, I suppose the retrial has only just begun. What about this? Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this. Oh, he won't take this?
Ah! This is it! That stupid name, I remember it now!
I thought so. Here it comes.
Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on?
It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it.
The name scribbled on that sports paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus, MC Bomber.
What?
Yeah, the virus that just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber.
Can you give us any more details, please? Also...
That's the girl who works over at Tender Lender.
I swear every time I have it always comes you. Well, he's very important to the plot, so... Of course he's gonna show up multiple times. Oh, there.
You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it.
She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she?
That would be the least of your worries, pal.
What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Credited triple ones, by the way. Yeah, when I opened YouTube up today and looked over at the channel, I was like, wow, what's with all the 111? But yeah, thank you. I did not expect it. It was very interesting and cool.
Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini.
Bruno Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick?
Never heard of him.
That's a good thing.
That's a real good thing you don't know.
Bruno Cadaverini's the boss of the Cadaverini family. Cadaverini family.
The Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name.
We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you?
No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. Better get more info out of Gumshoe about this family. MC Bomber.
You already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met.
Who are they?
I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess.
And now the virus has been released, huh?
Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at carnival.
All this stuff with criminals and viruses. It almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Oh, if they were in the present, I think they really would think they were in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is tracing the root of this virus on the black market.
You mean someone put this virus up for sale?
Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal.
In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? Of course it can. You underestimate what people want viruses for. Found at Tenderliner contains a computer virus program. The Cadaverinis. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis?
Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who.
You're a cop, and you're scared? What's that about?
There's a reason he's scared, Phoenix.
Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah.
Moolah? As in...
They pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market.
The black market, huh? And that includes Tenderlander, I take it?
Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini, and I mean no one.
Interesting.
So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss, then?
Yep. Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him.
So, how did she end up at Tenderlander?
I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tenderlander are pretty tight.
Tight?
That's what it said in a file I read related to Maggie's case.
Sounds like a pretty important clue.
Can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing.
And that is?
You know the lunchbox. How did everything go?
Lunchbox?
You remember the weenies?
Oh yeah, those weenies.
So,
Why, the wording! Gumshoe! The wording!
Huh? Well, it was delicious.
Yeah, that's what she said, really?
Well, not exactly.
Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared.
Prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lunchbox.
Oh,
Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this?
This sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one.
I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
Wheaties again, Nick. Don't tell me we have to eat all those too.
Gumshoe's lunchbox given to Maya, again.
I really can't eat anymore.
Bum bum ba da da. Okay, nothing related. Alright, just thought I'd try. Alright. The translating time had way too much fun. The translating team had way too much fun with this game. Yeah. Like, way too much fun. Oh, I guess Maggie's in questioning. Maybe Armstrong's back at Trebian. Maybe. Nope. Okay. Okay, he won't say anything. I don't know where to go from here. My full sleep. Yeah, that's a pretty accurate representation. I don't know if I have anything else to ask her. Oh, I didn't mean to click it. What if I ask about you? Psst. Oh boy. Yeah, Viola is something interesting. I don't know if there's anything... I guess we can talk about Glenn? I don't know if I did anything here. About Mr. Legg. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from one or two bugs in his personality.
Oh, like what?
He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble.
What's the matter?
He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all. A model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. We've got to find out what this trouble was exactly.
Check Trebian, maybe? I did, but Armstrong's not there, so I think I hit... There it is. Because I was like, wait, did I show Glenn's portrait to his boss? And I guess I didn't. So now we got Glenn's troubles. So, about Mr. Legg. Was he in some kind of trouble?
I'm sorry? Why would you think that?
I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself in trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Oh, a 3 for the Cyclox. 3 Cyclox.
Guess Mr. Legg is like every other man with his own pile of secrets.
Alright, let me save and let's see if we can get the Cyclox. Alright, off we go to the races. The horse races. Alright. Glenn's troubles. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Glenn Legg was in?
I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service?
What's she talking about? I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Leg's troubles have something to do with this? Just 500 of these tickets? Okay, what is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets. All losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? Time to extract archives. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn Legg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Legg's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? Do I just put the ticket? Where's the... did I miss it? Okay, I was like, the ticket, right? The lottery, horse racing, he bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's gotta have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps? No. You are right, Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example, do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. Oh my... But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he, for $500,000? Yeah, but... it's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Legg won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Legg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Do I have his, like, loan stuff? Can I... is it... I didn't mean to click it! Yes, perhaps I should take a break, too. I need to know how much money does Phoenix make. I wish I could take a break from all jobs. Alright, what do you mean, no problem? Okay, go back. Let me fix this, because it's annoying. I didn't mean to click it. I was trying to move over, but you know... He's a good lawyer. He wins his cases. How is he struggling so much? 'Cause him and Maya go out to get burgers. And also depending on how... he doesn't have his cases, like, every day. It's like every couple of months. You know, I think that affects his income. Just a teeny itty bit. You know, stuff like... I knew his hairstyle was a money sink. I guess. Maybe that's some of it. Who knows? Okay, we got that. He did have a gambling habit. Okay, so we did get one. $500,000, yeah, but... trouble is then... okay, deep trouble, what do you mean? Real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Furo Tigre, the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. Tender Lender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. Like you're one to talk? Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I mean about Mr. Legg.
You think Glenn had something to do with this Pharaoh Tigre? Yes. I am sorry, I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really, because I've got proof that Mr. Legg and the tiger knew each other. Do we? Oh, wait, I do. This. Pharaoh Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tenderlender. This is who Mr. Legg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. No! It is true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000? Ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? Who is Nick? Nick is... Phoenix Wright. Maya just calls him Nick. I don't know why she calls him Nick, but that's the nickname that Maya gave him. So, Pearls uses Mr. Nick because that's what Maya says all the time is Nick. What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. Program in question. Was it by any chance this? Do-dong, 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 do-dong. Assume that it's from Phoenix. Next equals neck. Probably. That's a likely guess. I have no conclusive evidence, but about that. But I think it kind of works. Because even like the one lady that Master Swipe calls him like Nicky Boy. So I don't know if it's because she heard Maya say Nick, or if she just decided that on her own. Who knows? Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that infected the computer that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No! So Phoenix has a nickname? Yep. Yep, he has a nickname. Glenn's troubles. Well, he has like two nicknames. He has Nick, and then like his girlfriend, past girlfriend Dahlia Hawthorne. Hello. Welcome, welcome. We're still doing investigation of case 3. Our second investigation. Unless his real name is Nicholas, right? He likes to be existed. I don't think so. But Dahlia Hawthorne from the first case, she called him Feeny, so anything could be possible. Glenn's troubles. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky. Goodness. Risky, how?
Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Trebia.
Yeah, that is a risk, ain't it? Where did you come up with these ideas? Risky work. So it's safe to say Mr. Legg was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius, in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change. This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. But, like in a maid dress now, can't. I don't think they can do that. He's dead. Computer virus created by Glenn Legg, potentially worth millions of dollars. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Losing horse race tickets thrown back on the floor.
Use the trash can, Nick.
Okay, well we got that. So maybe I can get Armstrong? Maybe... Trevor showed me him in name dress. Who knows? Maybe it exists. I wouldn't be surprised if it existed. Okay, she's gone too. Who do I go to now? Okay, what if I present this to Gumshoe? No? Move. Do I go back to Tender Lender or something? Oh, the head bandage. I still don't know anything about that. I guess we can save and see how this goes. So that's a psycholog I have to get. Wait, is there anything in Vitamin Square related to, like... Nope, it won't let me.
This place is so fruity.
That's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favorites.
Then this apple slide is perfect for you.
And what is so perfect about it?
Oh, come on, don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down it a few times. Go on. Woo!
No way. I'd get covered in sand if I slid down that slide. Anyone could see that.
Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I'd give it a try, too.
I don't really see anything...
Hey, look! Pigeons!
Yeah, and heaps of them, too.
Did you know that pigeons are a symbol of peace?
That's a dove, not a pigeon.
Poor things. So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're gray? Is that it?
You're overthinking this one just by a smidge, Maya. Oh, can I give this back? Would you mind? Okay, I thought I... I don't know. I know I have to break this Cyclock, but I don't know how to do it. I don't think I have enough information. It's got freaking 4 of them, though. Guess we can see how far we can get. If at all. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation? You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct?
Yes, that operation was very difficult, apparently.
Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident.
Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis?
He's too strong, Armstrong. Yeah, but he's not there. That's the annoying part. He's not there. Yes, it is.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me?
Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. I know exactly who you are. Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? Okay, I did get one.
It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving one of our family cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but... I took a blow to the head. Bad one.
Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with it, injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right?
I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard.
Ran away?
They stayed. I'd have... He.
Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... Dodong. It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident.
It wasn't Don Tiger. I refuse to believe it. We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tiger isn't injured at all. Is he?
It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I could feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in an traffic accident on his bike. Because you can look at the bike. It's freaking trashed. Look at it. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you?
He.
One more. This repair bill was paid by Fiero Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they?
It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true.
I knew it.
But Don Tiger still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive.
How much are we talking?
Very, very expensive.
She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right?
After I recovered, Don Tiger told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me.
I don't think she would remember much. She got hit very hard on the head, man. Like, really hard on the head. It would definitely make Phoenix would be in a lot of freaking trouble.
I believe him.
Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. I wonder why. Could it possibly be her grandfather? Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money?
$1 million.
And we did it! Oh, goodness. The head bandage.
4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really?
Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it shouldn't have been too big.
They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million? My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation. Compensation, huh?
It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. Well, he was the reason why she wasn't in an accident, because he pulled out in front of her. So it's not her fault. But $1 million. This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. Compensation.
I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather.
Aw.
But I knew that wasn't really true.
I feel so bad for her.
Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was. It was evil. He said it was for me, so I helped him.
Yeah, he's a piece of trash. He's a piece of trash. But that's an insultment to trash. He is freaking disgusting and horrible. And it's just sad that he took advantage of this poor girl. This poor, poor girl. It just makes you angry. Because, yeah, she's the granddaughter of a crime boss, but at the end of the day, she did nothing wrong.
You helped him? In what way? Here, take this.
What are these? Medical papers?
I'm Bruno Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse. I can fix her.
Well, all I can say is she doesn't really need to be fixed. The point is that she wanted someone to love her. For her. And obviously, Fiaro Tigre did not love her. She wanted it to be true that he loved her. $1 million bill for cranial surgery payment was due last year.
Well, I feel so bad for Viola.
It's inexcusable.
Huh?
There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics.
Is everything alright, Nick?
We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso.
Yeah.
I won't be needing to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Parabill thrown into the trash. It's just sad. Oh, something happening in Trebian.
Oh, bonjour. I've been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong.
Ah, good timing. I was hoping to find you here. Oh, goodness. Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Well, he isn't got anything to say to you, fellas.
It's Zianzalo.
Who are you calling Zane OP?
Huh?
Come out from under the table already, Maya.
Okay, hand it over.
What?
He's playing... Wanna play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers, now.
Uh-oh, I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you.
Forget about it, that girl's dumber than an eggplant.
Can I punch him? Punch, 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 punch. Into frickin' out the window?
Yous wanna know what I said? I'll tell yous what's sad. And it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad.
I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off.
Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's only 2 of us here. You got that? 2.
Oui.
Mr. Armstrong?
Forgive me, désolé. I cannot argue with him.
Ow. Ugh. That really hurt.
Is that all you got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get the lighter.
Wait.
Don't take it too hard. Phoenix, Wright.
That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence.
Hold it, pal!
Gumshoe! To the rescue! Gumshoe, Gumshoe, Gumshoe to the rescue! Gumshoe to the rescue!
Detective! Who do you think you gotta stop me, Copper? Beat it, roar! Where's the Phoenix from Capcom vs. Marvel? Goodness.
Yes, Gumshoe is here to save the day. He is our hero.
Whoa, come on! Come on, Gumshoe, keep it together! You guys, get out of here! Leave this guy to me!
But
Go, pal! Take this! If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh?
alright, thanks, Gumshoe.
Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind.
Gumshoe, MVP. Gumshoe is the best. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow, in court. Tender letter is going down. Yay! Gumshoe got his moment. Sorry that was loud, I just needed some water, man. Turn that guy from red to purple, Gumshoe. Oh, I would hope so. Gumshoe is a great guy. He has his moments of issues, but you know. He is a great guy. And sorry, I wanted to read. January 8th, 9:46 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning, Maggie.
So what did you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended on a giant mystery.
That's true. We still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Are you okay, Nick?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. P from the Hall of Fame. Yeah, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes.
No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination.
Why don't I believe you?
It's nearly time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant seat.
Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you.
Yep, we can do this, Maggie. Don't worry.
Hey, pal!
Hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Quit stressing Maggie out! She doesn't need that!
How did you know she was stressed?
I was watching through the doorway!
Oh,
You guys look like you lost the case already! Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help!
yay! Finally the thing that we have been waiting for, and it's been like 2 days.
Huh? You have taken up aromatherapy too?
Not in a million years, pal! Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing!
Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles.
This is the small bottle that turned up in Trabian's kitchen a couple days ago.
Wow, look at this. All these little bottles.
Oh, and they're all aromatherapy bottles. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor.
Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell.
Hang on one second. Okay.
We finally got the analysis back from the lab.
So what is it? Is it the poison?
I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication.
Medication?
Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently.
For ears, you mean?
Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Legg was using for his ruptured eardrum.
What was Glenn's Leg's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? Small bottle, the victim's ear medicine, found covered in unidentified fingerprints in the kitchen. What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that?
Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Now there are, and they might have gotten something on the prints, but...
That's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence.
Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impenetrable. Today, got it?
Today's trial, I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done. Or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Alright. January 8th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 4. I swear we use courtroom number 4 more often than other courtrooms. Court is now in the session for the trial of Maggie Bard. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good, then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. Let's get this spread. Yep. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the coffee shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's testimony, the victim was... Yet, the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. Deaf in that ear. I can English. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick? Oh, he's already starting his coffee. Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world you see keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Godot. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You've got the time, change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles? The old guy wasn't just throwing seeds in here. He was throwing us off the scent. And today I'll prove it. Farewell, let the first witness take the stand. It had to be Godot's heart. That thing probably hasn't risen in years. Oh, probably not. And you are? Oh, bonjour, everyone. I am Jean Armstrong, the owner and head chef of Le Trebien restaurant in Chanté. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? Okay, then. You can tell that this game was made in the early 2000s. Just getting used to it's probably a nightmare. Probably. Oh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I'm pert and perky gentleman, no? On the day of the incident, you were in Très Bien's kitchen. Isn't that right? With you, monsieur. Everything feels right. Someone's flirting. Huh. Well, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy? Oh, there's one person that intimidates Godot. Very well, your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day at Très Bien. Oui, volunteers. Volunteers? At Très Bien. When it all happened, when it all happened, there were just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art decor at that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Oui, perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. The cup, the earpiece, and the glasses would have seen everything in reverse, no? My brain was having a moment. Mirror? Oui, un grand mirror, le most enormous mirror. I wonder if Godot would either die or go in a coma if he just had coffee for a day. He'd probably have the shakes with how much coffee he has. His body would probably have a hard time functioning. And suddenly, the mystery disappears. Where's the mirror, though? Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. Yeah, way too much. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Alrighty. Let us begin.
When it all happened here, there were just two people in my customers in my restaurant. I can English. Gets cut and please cut. Probably he has a lot of coffee. And who were the two customers exactly?
Miss, of course, the young man who died. And the other not-so-young man.
You are referring to yesterday's witness, I presume? What about the other man Maggie says she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence.
We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we?
Guess we'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. I remember I was experimenting with some new art decor. You were experimenting with art deco? How come I never heard about that before today?
You are not familiar with this language of interior design, monsieur?
Please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before?
But I did, just a few moments ago.
Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco you mentioned. Are you referring to some sort of decorature? No, Art Deco, as in a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design. Walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing. Ah, yes, of course. That deco.
I was trying to achieve a more effeminate look for my restaurant. I was planning his most bold remodel of le decor.
Le decor. Having a large mirror between the tables, for example. There's not that much space. Like, you're gonna put a giant mirror right here? There's barely space in this restaurant. How are you gonna put a giant mirror between the tables? I guess if you're talking about, like here, maybe? But even then, that just seems like a lot. Press. How big of a mirror are we talking about here?
Oof, something about 4 meters wide and, about 2 meters high.
Let's see, if 1 meter is about 1 yard, holy glass in a frame, that's huge.
I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually.
The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember.
Must known, but I decided not to go through with it in this end.
What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror or not? Yes. If you really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo or Maggie Bird's testimony.
But...
You didn't ask, Wright. You only have yourself to blame for such sloppy work.
What?
A mirror was delivered to Trey Bien the day before the incident.
Really? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. And as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end. This doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered to Trey Bien, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime.
If you want to doubt someone, try look in the mirror.
I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. Perhaps this is what... perhaps it is what the old man was looking at. Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object. Like, are you just saying he's old? That's kind of rude. Normally? How do you normally come into this? That's lame, right? Even for you.
How did it go past the bar exam?
I don't know.
I do not know.
Huh?
Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it?
Where does the
Leave the porcu head lawyer and the top-knot chick over there. And the ungodly good cool guy with the mask over here. Well, try.
I think someone's a narcissist. Ack, not the hair.
I do not have a top knot.
Mr. Godot is correct. Lack of normality is no basis for discontinuing an argument.
Bien, logic is one latte.
Cup, earpiece, would have seen everything in reverse. Everything? He would have seen everything in reverse? Sorry. Needed water.
Oui. Hey, Nick, we should take a second think about what old CD said in his testimony.
How did he phrase it again? Okay, hang on. I need my notes. I need my notebook. So the boy was wearing the earpiece, so if we got the table. And the sign line of his green specs. So, Scouter, earpiece are all on the right. You can lock me up if I'm wrong, it was his left ear, without a doubt. Then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. So everything's on the left, is what he's saying.
If he saw everything he described reflected in reverse, and everything he said is on the left was actually on the right, huh?
And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess, or does it? Huh. It's kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but...
Do you think old CD saw everything through a reflection?
If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony.
But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in that old man's testimony. We just gotta dig deeper.
I'm just trying to think. Everything would have been in reverse. I'm just trying to think. First of all, what would you even put for... So, it would have seen everything in reverse. This? No. I was like, wait, there's something. I don't know what, but it's something. Let me press again. What did he say? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you can lock me up on that. It was his left ear without a doubt. So everything's on the left. And he picked it up, the teacup, with his left hand too. Oh. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. Then everything he saw on his left was actually his right. What the frick was his ear? What is on medication? The tray band is empty. Give me the description game. What does it say? Found and I've heard. Let me see. It's his left. Because it would be this side. Why is this one so difficult? Then everything he saw was actually on his left. So this doesn't work. The frick else would be? Okay. Blah, 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 blah. I don't... Why is this question, one of the first ones, so difficult?
Why is this so annoying?
I do not know. You think he saw everything in reflection? If he did, what a contradiction to ceremony, but that makes it worse. What would it... I don't understand what it would be. Because if our assumption is reverse...
I'm so confused.
I'm confused already. Oh boy. Okay, I'm just gonna see, because I do not know. I do not understand. Okay, apparently, whatever. I'll just listen to what this says. Okay, so the last statement, and apparently, it's just Glenn Legg's profile. The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we?
The boy was wearing the same piece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt.
So to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw that as a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side.
Exactamente, you see, monsieur. Now that you had think about it, it's not so hard, no?
Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head? Oh, because he said it's on the left side. So then it would be reversed, I think. Order, Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness generally observed the victim reflecting in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been over on his right eye. Because it's reverse.
How bitter. Trite, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time.
Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different?
You don't understand the way the witness thinks.
How he thinks?
You remember this, I presume.
Coffee? I guess he's insinuating coffee. The I broke the vase sorry apology letter, I mean Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony?
Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Legg?
Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece.
And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elks, HMD, made a big impression on the old man.
So?
I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Did you hear? His left ear.
Well, try. Ark. That's the worst, but best impression of Mr. Kudo ever.
Well, I really thought he was old Seedy for a minute there. Kudo's good.
Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony.
Bad luck, Nick. It looks like the boil of a contradiction you've found is just a rash.
A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears.
Okay.
Oui, I can explain. Please, if you look at the plans of the restaurant.
The mirror.
Lors, is everyone sitting comfortably? The mirror, it was in this middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves. Here is only one seat from which you could have seen an image of the victim. That was the seat at the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else.
I don't see no problems with the explanation we've just heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror.
What a naughty little coquette I am, confusing our dear men like this.
Don't worry about it.
We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there.
Ugh, I hate that guy. You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that?
Well, then yes, of course.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you please. Okay. I think that is bullcrap, but you know... Who am I? I'm not the judge. I just gotta prove this statement false. So, run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct?
Oui.
Oui, really? Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there. It would be in the way. Look who's talking, Trite. Huh?
You're obstructing my view, among other things.
But, this is my seat in the courtroom.
Trebian's charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in that spot would hardly be in the way. Unlike you, Trite.
I tell you, monsieur, the mirror was there, in the middle of the restaurant.
It was the only seat from which you could have seen the image from the victim. Your Honor, not. And where would that be?
Oh la la, look at how you lean towards me. I always attract these younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer.
Mr. Armstrong, please tell the court what you saw at once.
I checked the other ones too, you know. Shall I tease you too?
I don't think they're interested, Armstrong. I'm sorry.
I'm already seeing a very hot someone, so I'm afraid you'll have to be waiting for a long time.
Bet she's one mocha cream skin and cappuccino perfume. Bien, I will tell you, it was only one seat from which you could have seen.
It was in the seat next to the table next to the victims. So, why can you only see the victim from that particular seat?
Mas, monsieur, it is obvious now. If you look at the plans, you will understand. The victim would have been reflected in that mirror like so. If you were sitting at the table next to him, you would see everything, no? So that's the seat old Seedy was sitting at on that day? When the poisoning happened?
The old man was sitting at the table next to the victim? Why does that seem kind of odd? After occurred... Okay, I want to look at something. Let me look at... I want the crime photo. Okay, I think I have my guess. So why can you only see the victim from that particular seat?
Monsieur, it was obvious none if you look...
Okay, did I look at this already? Would have been reflected in the mirror. Should I assume would have everything now? Okay, blah 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 blah. Okay, I did read that. If everyone incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. Okay, so it's gonna be either the last statement or this statement. Present. Because the vase isn't spilled over. Your Honor, Mr. Koto's words yesterday strongly contradict Mr. Armstrong's testimony. This is the letter of apology that was written by Mr. Kudo, is it not? I'm awake. Welcome! Welcome, welcome. I realize it looks useless, Your Honor, but it's still a testimony.
I guess useless people are only really good at identifying useless things.
What relevance does this scrap of paper have to do with the trial, Mr. Wright? Mr. Kudo's testimony is actually very relevant to the question at hand, Your Honor. Means you got a good night's sleep. Or, good amount of sleep. Because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we have heard, Your Honor. The crime photo? Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist. Well, that just happens when you wake up from a nap or something. Or just sleeping in general. What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Should not exist. Huh, sounds like you're describing yourself, Trite. Now then, if the defense would please clarify its statement. What is the something that should not exist in this photo? There is one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, the court can see there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all. Don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot, right? That's impossible. The seat. That's the seat. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from. Exactly. There's only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Trebian that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie. I should be making distressed at me more if you listened so much. Yeah. It's just, there's a reason why he's particularly as a prosecutor, but, you know, story plot-wise. But yes, he probably could do a lot of music pretty well.
Bon Dieu!
I don't think we'll finish the trial today, but we'll get close. Don't try to confuse the court, Troy. Obviously the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene. Unfortunately, Mr. Godot, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary in his own words. I did not touch anything else except the mirror. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? Sniffle. I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day. In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. How did the victim have an earpiece in an ear which he couldn't hear?
You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that mirror wasn't there, Troy, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw?
I ran out of water bottles. Well, that can happen sometimes. If I can answer this, then it'll be much closer to the truth. I can feel it.
Are you going to be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick?
There's more than just one contradiction. More than just this one contradiction, Maya.
What do you mean?
Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table. And there was a sample CD on that victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason. Why nothing in this case is adding up. Woohoo! Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. The victim was a phony. This case is riddled with contradictions. Yet, there is one very simple answer that clears them all up.
And what is that?
The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events.
What?
Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Legg at all. Well, that means you actually feel full. That's a good thing. It was an imposter, a phony pretending to be Mr. Legg. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. What do you have to say to that? Oh, I guess he didn't think that through. Time travel, of course, it was so obvious. Order in the court. Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom. That's... I said I was foolish. I feel hungry. Okay. Well then I guess you're just normal. As you usually are. Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh? What did you say? Right. Are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup? Yes. Someone pretended to be Glenn Legg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. For all the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo. Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was the serving girl brought him a Javashino, but she put something in it. That's the servant girl right there in the defense chair. I remember well. It's so hard to believe, but there's one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee.
Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there's no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but it's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening.
Right.
That's right. Well, witness?
If your restaurant was really the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct?
Oh la la, this is the most difficult for me.
He's not a trustworthy source. I think I'm doing good. We've made a lot of progress on this freaking case. But yeah, sleeping problems just can happen sometimes, and having like a full stomach sometimes makes people fall asleep. Now it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Trebian that day? I've never played Red Dead Redemption before, so it's not an impossibility, so I don't know. At least not in the near future. The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened. That's possible. I don't know. I'm just saying. The defense request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day.
Oui.
In the restaurant.
The victim, Monsieur Legg, he came to my restaurant alone.
And it boomed that day. Phoenix, birds, and the victim. Yep. Well, I don't know what to tell you. That's a doctor thing. That's something to tell your doctor.
I remember the old man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers. When he got word he won la lottery, Mon Leg became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. There was no time for Phony to do the acting.
Yeah, she's not here, but I can... I guess I... There you go. Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all.
Je vous demande pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly.
What you have just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong.
The wuss.
I will decide how to punish you later.
Oui.
For now, we'll hear your cross-examination. Mr. Wright, if you please. He took the perjury charge a bit too well. But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. Alrighty. Let's see. Guys, that meme posted later in the community was accurate. Yep. Like I said, when I first saw it, that meme, I was like, it's perfect. It fits. I knew exactly who to put in the singer spot. Oh my goodness. Was he alone at his table as well?
Mas oui, I saw him from the kitchen.
Yet the defendant, Miss Bard, remembers it differently. She swears there was another man at the victim's table. But you have no idea. Well, I'm glad that you liked the meme that I made.
Well, fortunately for you, Wright. Yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone.
You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee bittersweet bite.
What kind of coffee has he been drinking?
It's not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet.
Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden. Cute. Yeah, it's accurate. It's very accurate to what you expect. Who knows? I don't know why they think it's food, but I don't know. By the old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct?
Oui, he comes often for my special coffee.
I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience.
Appears objective, protect the small red. Yep.
Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome anytime.
I said it was worth one sip, and nothing more.
So old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival more in detail. What time was it? Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived?
Oh, no. I cannot remember, monsieur.
I believe we were told by the witness yesterday.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kinda scary old man, sir.
Does that perhaps dog your memory, witness?
The incident happened about 20 minutes after he arrived, so the victim must have arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10 p.m., no?
Just after 2, huh?
Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful.
I can't sit here all day and do nothing now, can I? The time of day will be added to the witness's testimony.
Oui, monsieur judge. Everything I do it for you. Merci bien. That's French, isn't it?
Merci bien, that's French, isn't it? Ha ha ha. I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood.
He's even humming a song to himself.
Perfect! Armstrong? Why are you questioning? I, read the thing and I read it as Armstrong. nanomachines. Alright, take this. I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong.
Oui? What do you mean?
At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery ticket.
Oui, that must be the show mon leg was listening to.
I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright. I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct?
Oui, I'm sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time, because I had just finished serving the lunch menu.
Get to the point, Wright, if you have one.
Funny. Speak like Spanish, and she had to put a translator again. It probably will happen at one point when you play a game. Like, I understand a little bit of Spanish, not much Spanish. Like, simple stuff. Like, hello, goodbye, morning, night, Merry Christmas. Oh, you know Spanish? Well, that's cool. It's always good to know so I can translate. Well, hey, that would be nice. Yeah, I can't read Spanish. When I hear it, I can understand a little bit, but not much. I will say that. The show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. Don't translate, she's gotta pull out the translator. Wow, thanks. And it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. It's on the air at 1:30. Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. Because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. What's that time? This victim, we've been told about, has done nothing but the impossible. Most attractive Frenchman? What do you mean? What? That's 10 minutes of your life. Oh, you're talking about... Okay, so you're talking about this. It's the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. Listening to a radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over. Did it say that? No, it just says like I said. This is all it says. There's only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. This victim was an imposter, acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Yes, there were 2 Glen Legs in Trivia on that day. The real Glen Leg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer, and the phony Glen Leg acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness. It's a radio promotion slogan. Yes, it was a slogan. It certainly seems that way. I mean, if it wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy?
Quite a performance, Wright. You're almost on a roll.
Okay.
But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song.
What is this? Music Theory 101?
Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it is now just after 2 p.m. The phony leg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain them where the real Glen Leg is?
I don't believe I have to spell it out for the core. However, at the time, the real Glen Leg was already dead. That is certainly an obvious conclusion.
He's asking where. Thank you, Wright. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say.
What?
Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to?
The missing corpse?
According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Leg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim?
Okay, we finished the conversation yesterday. We're not doing this. I thought someone was going to get water. The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to an examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body? Yes, Your Honor. Too comfortable. You're the one who said you wanted to get water, so I don't know what to say to you. Water is an important part, and you should drink water. Because your body's made out of 8% water, so you need to retain it. Cool 5 PG. Only that, and then no more talking about the game. Okay?
No conjecture, Wright. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden.
Evidence?
What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden?
I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turning it all around and backed me into a corner instead. Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense theory and evidence. Then your 70% coffee. Yeah, Godot he's a completely different species sometimes. Calls you down. Those are weird nicknames. First, where was the body of the real Glenn concealed? Inside Tribune. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Tribune. Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. The exact location where the body was concealed inside Tribune is... the kitchen. The body was hidden here. I see.
Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location?
Well, Godot,
take this.
Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle?
No. I've never seen this ugly bottle before in my life.
To have an army of crows? That's very specific.
I only use the very best bottles, monsieur. This highest quality only for me.
Asking Phoenix to back it up. Because you have to have proof. Like, if you say that it was a phony Phoenix, where's the proof that where the body was? But not like that, jeez. Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright? Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Tribune.
Eh? What? But I've only ever used these bottles for my own aromatherapy oils.
But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication. What kind of medication? I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Legg visited an autothernological clinic and was given medication that day.
You can't be serious.
The defense had the contents of the bottles analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle match the prescription that was given to Mr. Legg. Blah. Mr. Legg's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen? Probably. I wasn't sure. It's like you're looking at it and it's like, how do I pronounce this?
Mon Dieu.
Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. What's your most favorite animal? My favorite animal is probably a dog or probably a seal is cute. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird, however. You were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back.
No.
Order. This is an extraordinary development. It takes 3 times to capture. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenn Legg?
Never. I could not do such an horrid thing.
No. That just sounds painful for the dog. Mr. Godot?
The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee.
Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now?
Then I'd like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I'd like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, Chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my H-deficient friend?
It's paid now for privacy.
Je vends demande pardon, please, you must hear me out. It is a trap, listen to me. Por favor.
Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish. Well, look, we had Spanish show up in the game. What do you know?
I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it?
None. Absolutely none.
Done with my semi, but it's gonna be reaching out the wire, so crap. Well, I wish you luck. You came in just at the time we're finishing up the stream.
Let's hear it. You've got one shot. Right, Gramps?
Should be upgraded to water. Maybe in the future. I don't know.
Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final test statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you.
As does my gavel.
Oui, it is clear.
Why do they always say in the movies, I've got a bad feeling about this? Alright, get the last testimony for the night. Woo! Very well, begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong. Didn't know the judge was chill like that, I guess. Craving at this point too focused on other things. Woohoo! Small, red, and safe. Doesn't have the budget for water. She's in the cookie jar. Okay.
It is true, I hid La Bottie in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me.
Okay. You were forced by who?
I cannot say, or I will be erased.
Let's try a different question, then. Oh, boy. When Mr. Leg died, was he really the only person at his table?
There was another man.
See, Maggie was right. I knew it.
Maggie was telling the truth.
You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright. There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer. Please don't say it like that. I don't know if that's safe. Alright, let me save real quick. In the kitchen, a man forced me to do it. I had no choice. Okay. What man? Who was he?
No, I cannot say. I fear for my life.
He's really scared.
You'll just have to put the words in his mouth, Nick.
Yeah, you're right. If he won't tell me, I'll tell him. But why would you go along with this man? I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I couldn't refuse. Okay. What reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong?
You know, monsieur.
Yes?
Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment.
A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that.
And a bit too mad.
What do you mean, Maya? That's rude. Can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason. So I'll just have to prove it with evidence. Well, have a good night. I did not kill him. I swear you have to believe me. Do I have the money? This? Okay. I thought so, but you know. Literally his face had a ton of muscle. Yeah, he's just masculine. Doesn't mean that he's too male. Gender is male. Yeah, he did say he is male. But he can have feminine traits. Just leave him alone. You have a $500,000 debt, don't you? $500,000? Is that true, Mr. Armstrong?
Oui, désolé. I was weak and I borrowed the money.
But yeah, he did say he is male. But that doesn't mean he has to be constrained. What's feminine traits? Typically, people say is emotional. More being able to be creative. Definitely more emotional and tuned into your feeling side. That doesn't equate that a man cannot be more. How do I word this? A man can have emotional side. People in society say it's feminine, but I don't know how to say it. That's the closest way I could explain. Being creative is fun. Yep. Does have them. I'm just saying he called himself a maiden. Yep. Yeah, he called himself a maiden. He's more in tune with his feminine side, but he identifies as a man. We're not gonna get too much in this topic, but that is what Mr. Armstrong establishes himself as. And he established himself as a man. Green is not a creative color. I think any color is creative. Say they have maidens. This is who they talk about? Well, that changes the context. He's talking about himself as a maiden. When people say they have maidens, they mean not themselves. Typically, it's other people. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man. No, I know it's from like a "Don't hug me, I'm scared." Yeah, I was gonna say, it's "Don't hug me, I'm scared" because I think of Film Theory and that being a clip they used. $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you. Did you watch the Channel 4 show? No? Or maybe?
Oui, it's as you say. Mr. Armstrong, the tiger, he told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day in question, he was meeting the victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried the body and the unconscious Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen.
Huh. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Firo Tigre. I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison in the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well?
No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It was despicable. It is despicable.
Mr. Godot? You will summon this Ferrero Tigre as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we'll adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow. 30 minutes.
What? The trial will go on. I'll see it to myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more.
How the...
Don't sit there and relax. Yet, Wright. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way.
Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for 30-minute recess. Alright, so that's where we're gonna end for the night. I'm just gonna make them watch Dog Me, I'm scared. It's not a children's show. It's supposed to look like a children's show, but it's not a children's show. Alright, so like I said, we're gonna end here for the night. We'll finish the trial. And then we'll be on to case... What case is the next one? Case 4. Which will be a shorter case, and then we get on to the very, very, very long case. Alright, it's children. Yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!